Alright. Next one, I don't enjoy it, but there is a way to cheese it, and I will cheese it because I am that kind of asshole. And then after that, I shall go for lunch. Try opening all these up first. Set this up first.
Word has got around. The Galactic Rehabilitation Authority is impressed with your successful management of the Targ trading outpost. The authority is inviting you to process the criminals in this sector by setting up and running a prison rehabilitation colony.
So, build all this first. Learn the lockdown break thing. It should give me a bunch of information about that.
The lockdown brig has been added to your build menu. This facility contains specially designed cells that use superliminal therapy and non-invasive brain restructuring to rehabilitate the occupant. A timer on each cell displays sentence remaining for each incarcerated convict.
Okay. So power boosters on this side. Security control will be on this side. Security control basically improves the security scuzzers. I don't know in what. So ball I shall put last. Droid recharger shall be put here. Okay.
Short Hog and Gore security staff are on the way. Will arrive once initial construction is complete.
Yes. So what I want to do is I want to build these lockdown brigs first. And so what I want to do is, how big is this port? Yay big. So there's a few things I want to do with the port, right? There's a few ways I want to have my security set up. So like that will be one. And there's gonna be a lockdown brig on this side. What I want to do is I want to have a bit of a limit on one side. So what I am going to do is I'm going to build the first lockdown brig here. Not too big, because I can build more if I need to. I want to build it like this because I think there is a improvement on design I can do that I did not have previously, right? So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1. Can I do that? Can I? Like that? Nah, not the most efficient, I think. Oh, I can't have a door there. Okay, so let's remove that. Let's put this over here, and then let's have a door here and here. Very expensive, but it will work. I want to make sure I can fit a security column in the middle there. If I can, then this is the perfect design that I want to do. And the reason I want to do this is just because once they come out, I want to immediately have them get yanked in, and that means actually that I want to have this room over here because I want my security droids to very quickly move in and out. Again, not the most efficient use of actually it's pretty efficient use of space. It's maybe my most efficient build yet. Not bad. I'm impressed with myself. So security scuzzers, yes.
Security droid crates have been delivered. Prompt basic facilities for your staff have been delivered. The first convicts will soon be here. They'll consist of all sorts of alien races, who in this enlightened age have presented themselves for rehabilitation. Once on board, they'll be escorted to lockdown brig. Make sure you have enough cells to hold them all. You'll get a bonus of 1,000 E for each crim you rehabilitate, but you'll lose 2,000 E for each that changes their mind and escapes before rehabilitation or dies due to neglect. The GRA has signed a contract with Arona Dar. He will visit you periodically with additional facilities and droids which you may purchase from him.
Okay, so the most important thing I want from him
Arona here again.
is this.
Dabbling in the correctional facility business. Can't say I approve your decision to stay totally on the right side of the law.
The issue comes later, right? So let's just do this because it's nice to have, and let's have a couple of security scars and normal scars. We're gonna have very little money in this entire run. That's how it's gonna play out. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? Okay, so security column is very important because you need security, and I think I've done it perfectly here. Alright, so the second lockdown brick is going to follow the same layout on this side. I'm going to have one more here, possibly. Can't fit one there, sadly. So this is wasted space. Nah.
Extra personnel will be required as the station expands. A few replacements can be hired from the reformed convicts if you lose any staff owing to outbreaks of violence or other unpleasantness. Most ex-convicts will just want to get back to their home worlds, so you'll need to hire them quickly before they leave the station.
So because of the fact that we only make 1,000 energy per convict,
You will run out of the type of
we're gonna make barely any money, right? Because they're okay, because their class is criminal in this game, right? So when they enter the port, they don't pay us money. That's step one. That's of a problem. Step two is that there's nothing else for trickle money,
Your first convict has
right?
been rehabilitated.
So it's just based off of this make money. But the cost you need to run this thing is a lot more than 1,000. I sort of wish to increase the amount they gave, 2,000 maybe, or I don't know. Let me some way for making money here.
Hi, it's me again, Arona. I happen to have come across some equipment you might be interested in. Don't
Here's the
worry,
issue.
don't worry, it's all totally above board.
So at this point we don't need to buy anymore. I think I'm gonna buy one more security column, just because I need proper coverage. The security columns make it easy for me to identify people who come on board wanting to cause mischief. That's the only reason we have these things. The ideal situation is we have
You have been paid
8 of
1,000
them
each.
right around the spot, but 4 covers it pretty well. 8 just means that
We have 5
I will
convicts
never
per
have
word.
any issue with I'll never have any issues with staff dying, which I will need to replace from these guys. I'm gonna pick up a few gores if I can, just because. We make the energy back, but we lose a lot of it. So the only good news is the agents that come on board trying to like cause mischief pay because they're not a quote-unquote criminal. So another issue is that we need money to build another lockdown brig, which is expensive. About 10,000 E to build another lockdown brig fully functionally. I'm gonna follow the same thing, right? So I'll need to save up a bit. That's really good actually. Let's get him.
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 E.
I don't mind picking up a grey with skill just because on the off chance that we get rich enough to afford a sick bay, I want a proper sick bay down here probably, just because you'll need medical things in a situation like this. But otherwise, it's a very slow grind. Now, if it actually becomes too crowded, I will show off the cheese. But for now, I don't need to show the cheese because I have an okay population. As I say that, more people show up.
Rehabilitation successful.
Of
You have been
Skazas,
paid 1,000
which
E.
I will buy a few more from him.
No life for a free spirit, the prison game, but if it's what you want,
Oh, what? No security Skazas?
let me help you out with some
Bro.
legitimately acquired hardware.
Oh man, normal Skazas are fine as well.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
The crimes are pretty funny. There.
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 E.
So this is what you want to do to prevent
A
this.
crime has been committed.
The issue is that everyone goes fucking helter skelter when this happens, and they all panic. And then I gotta, you gotta go and spawn them up again. This is why I did this, because they're very near. So if I want to, I can micro the security scars as required. Why are you running away like a little bitch? You're hired. And no skill. Okay. I'm gonna wait till I hit about, I think, 20k energy. Then I'm gonna build another lockdown brig. Just because I want the energy to be okay. And when Arona comes up again, we need 5,000 spare to build a power booster, which we're gonna need with the amount of things that we're building. So enemy agents really get annoying, get in the way. But otherwise they're pretty alright, yeah.
Been paid 1,000 E.
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 energy. What's your crime? What's your crime? Extinguishing suns.
Rehabilitation successful. You
Extinguishing
have been paid
suns.
1,000 E.
Tampered with the future.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Failed to pay Polestar tax. Bad poetry. That's me.
It's me again.
I might change the order.
I happen to have come across some equipment you might be interested in.
Really want
Don't worry,
this.
Don't worry, it's all
But
about 4 a.m.
population increasing. There's an enemy agent over there. So you want one of my guys to be shoot him just as long as he's in range of turrets, it'll be fine. Because he'll keep running until someone shoots him, then he'll shoot them back, regardless of where he's in the turret range. Okay, so can we please round up these guys, these fellers? Because we badly need energy. So I'm gonna get 3,000 soon. It's not enough. I need these things to get full and then spit them out.
That's 20 rehabilitated convicts, Prime Administrator. Keep going.
So I'm gonna stop. That timer is what sets off the thing as they will leave the station. So of course the more of this nonsense happens, the more they're gonna do that. So if I see a few of these timers pop up, I'm gonna immediately do the cheese, which is to shut down the port. Because when you shut down a port, people can't enter, but they can all leave. So I can essentially empty this place out.
Incarcerated.
2 timers. If a security scuzzer comes out, I'm
Security is
gonna.
vital in a place like this. I don't have to spell it out that you should purchase a few more security scuzzers at the earliest opportunity.
Micro that so they get them in.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Hail, fellow Galaxian. Your rehab skills do you credit, I hear. I thought as a loyal friend I'd offer you some equipment which might help you out. Interested?
A criminal has been incarcerated.
No free slots. Time to cheese. So we turn it off, and we're gonna wait till we process everyone we can. So I hold him and then tells me I get 1,000 gold. Okay, there we go. I got 1,000 for that.
A criminal has
Someone
been
just came out, which
incarcerated.
means I can now get. Huh?
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 E. A criminal has been incarcerated.
Okay. That's enough to build a second lockdown bridge.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Okay. Perfect.
Crims are now rehabbed. Fine work. You can increase the throughput of convicts if you buy another port.
I don't want to increase the throughput at this point.
Energy permitting.
The entire point of this was to not increase throughput. I need to increase capacity before I do anything else now. That's a good guy.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
This timer is getting a bit tight.
Hello, officer. Sorry, just wanted to say that. Anyway, I've come into some good fortune and I've got myself some hardware which you might be pleased to take off my hands. Honestly, it's the best quality stuff.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Okay, so now we can turn this back on. Because what? Oh. A double whammy. Alright, turn this off then.
A crime has been committed.
And we gotta wait for some micro. Okay, so one here. One here. God, fuck.
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 E. A crime has been committed.
The most annoying part of this is when you do this cheese is that all this shit happens. So it's a good chance. Okay, no, this is all crims. Okay. Alright boys, let's fill them up.
You have been paid 1,000 E.
Rehabilitation successful.
A criminal has been incarcerated. A crime has been committed.
These guys really make life annoying. You kind of know who they are because these guys wouldn't be roaming around unless they wanted to, right? So like that, he'll just want to leave if he can. So, here you go.
Security is vital in a place like this.
Hello, officer. Sorry, just wanted to say that. Anyway, I've come into some good fortune and I've got myself some hardware which you might be pleased to take off.
Warning, your energy is dangerously low. Spend it at your own risk. Remember that if your energy reaches zero, power will not last very long on your station. And what's worse, with no power, you'll automatically relinquish your command of this station. Get your energy levels up immediately.
God damn it, dude.
A crime has been committed.
I have half a mind just to. God, see, he runs into like the weird corners. He's not gonna be a
Criminal has been
pain.
incarcerated.
How did they get on? How did I not see him? It's so weird. You what? You want entertainment? Go fuck off. Ah yes,
Criminal
breaching
has been
capacity again.
incarcerated.
Man, see what I mean? This guy needs medical attention. I can't provide it to him. He might just die. Which is, sad, I guess. So you want to catch as much as you can in this net, but if you don't have enough money, can't build. So why you should be paying a bit more. I understand that that's the challenge because that's the main thing going into this, and the mission would be nothing else if trying to find out how you can stretch your cash like this. But the fact that the easy cheese exists with the port, even if I couldn't turn off, I just pack it up. What am I going to do? What I mean?
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Too efficient. There we go. Hey, see, these guys going to weird corners and you can't reach them. Now he's gonna pop up and it's gonna give us up. Can I get you before you run away?
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 E. A criminal has been incarcerated. Halfway there, 50 convicts have now been rehabbed by your regime. Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1,000 E. A crime has been committed.
Yep, fuck it. I'm gonna back this up first. Too many guys in weird spots that I don't wanna risk it. No. No. Just take this guy. In front of you. Thank you. God fucking damn it, dude. Just got this.
A criminal has been incarcerated. A criminal has been incarcerated. A criminal has been incarcerated.
Nice. You dripped acid on people.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
So how's everyone doing? Because this is what this mission is, and this is why I hate this mission so much. It's very little to do. It's quite boring. Because it
60
doesn't give you enough
crews have now
space
completed
to do
rehab.
anything.
Great work. A criminal has been incarcerated. Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid
1000 E.
Hello, officer. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. Anyway, I've come into some good fortune and I've got myself some hardware which you might be pleased to take off my hands. Honestly, it's the best quality stuff.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Okay. Think of everybody, right? I want everyone in, just so that when the first agent comes on board, I can shoot him. Okay. Everyone's up.
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid 1000 E.
Okay. Interesting. See what I mean? They sneak in somehow.
A crime has been committed.
I looked over and then suddenly there's two guys here who can commit a crime. It's magical.
A crime has been committed.
It's fucking weird, dude. Oh, another one of these.
A crime has been committed.
It's insane. Honestly, quite insane.
You've rehabbed 75 convicts. Not even string 'em up Sark, the hyperspace warp judge, managed that many. A criminal has been incarcerated. A crime has been committed.
Hi, it's me again, Arona. I happen to have come across some equipment you might be interested in. Don't worry, it's all totally above board.
A criminal has been incarcerated. 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 A criminal has been incarcerated.
Let's playing Pong.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
I'm just paranoid.
Rehabilitation successful. You have been paid
1000
1,000 E.
E.
90 convicts have been rehabbed. You're nearly there, Administrator.
Alright, nah, this should be just a walk-up park now. There's at least 10 here.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
Where you at, Frame? Here's a promotion.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
It seems they've submitted themselves for rehab. Why is it I have to, like, drag them there?
Me again, Arona. I happen to have come across some equipment you might be interested in. Don't worry, it's all totally above board.
A criminal has been incarcerated.
This back alley still exists here if he wants to hide, right?
A criminal has been incarcerated.
97. 97.
You've done it.
There.
You can wait until every convict on the station is seized, or go on to your next post immediately. Congratulations are in order.
Congratulations! Yay! Alright.